across the Rockies. They're ready for football in Denver as the Broncos get set to do battle with the New York Jets. Two clubs here, each looking to rebound from a Week 1 loss as we're underway on EA Sports. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. On 1st and 10, Tannehill. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
Yeah, great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Tannehill. Eluding the pressure right. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. To throw is Tannehill. Buying time to his left. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of him, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Here's Smith to return it. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and it'll be 1st and 10 Broncos from deep in their own territory. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. Making the play defensively, Carl Lawson.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 16-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. A shotgun snap for Watson. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now it's Watson. And a first hookup with his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
On first down, Watson. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Jet touchdown. Extra point attempt here still to come. He's got it, and the Jets lead 7-0.
Makes the score Jets 7, Broncos nothing.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Here's Watson. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
The key to any screenplay is all in the deception, and that means everyone on the offensive side of the ball. But someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to it and hold it for just a short gain.
To throw again on 2nd down. Watson. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? Off play action. Watson. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Punter Sterling Hoffrichter out now on 4th down. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
On 1st down, it's Tannehill. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. That's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from it. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the 1st quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Tannehill. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And finally out of bounds down near the 10-yard line. Big yardage that time for the Jets. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Now Tannehill. And it's caught. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. Nice gain of 8 that time, but it's 2nd and goal. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
What a stand this would be if they can get the stop here. 3rd and goal. They'll look to run with Akers. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Cam Akers, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead. Extra point hooks a bit, but it's up and good. And it's now 14-0. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Here's Smith to return it. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it on the first drive.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn it into first downs and hopefully points.
Can see this quite a bit on running plays with the guys out wide. A lot of times, though, it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coached some receivers in the offseason. We work a lot on hand placement and blocking downfield. Might want to take that course.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. It's a big play, yet amazingly, because of how far they had to go, they're still looking at a second down here.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
On second down, here's Barkley. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. Brings up the 3rd down.
$14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Broncos nothing.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley.
And we tend to give those running backs that are slashers a lot of credit, but how about guys who are maulers? Because that's who you want in short yardage situations, and we just saw that occur right there, didn't we?
Vertical, downhill running. On 1st and 10, Watson. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. Point after try forthcoming. And it is now 21-0.
Makes the score Jets 21, Broncos nothing.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Yeah. Watson on 1st down. Dancing to his left. And his throw is incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10, Watson. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
The Broncos on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. To throw is Watson. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. The screen does get him 9, but it also brings up a 4th down.
A short game that doesn't get him the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Vic Fangio, an old-school coach, but he's going to go for it here on 4th. They'll run for it with Barkley.
Boom!
Still fighting through tackles. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Saquon Barkley, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Chase McLaughlin on for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7. Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open.
True.
So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. On 2nd and 7, Watson. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. Touchdown. Brandon Cooks from 13 yards out. And the Broncos have cut it to within a score. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. Fielded just outside the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see when they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
2nd and 10. They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. Escaping the pressure right. That'll be caught. It's Isabella. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 48-yard line. Tannehill now to throw. He'll take his shot for the end zone. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty, no question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't
would
even
do
know
for
why
them?
they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now a 1st down throw, Watson. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Now Watson. And he finds Gronk. And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Watson now to throw. It's caught left side by Cooks. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. 4th down. Here's Sterling Hoffrichter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. This is brought in at the 21. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline.
Under pressure, and he's going to go down. Tannehill sacked. Leonard Williams. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Remember, on their last drive, they had that pass play for a touchdown. And here they come out firing again. This play's not quite as good in the end result. but still good enough for a quick first down.
Tannehill on first down. This is intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And the Broncos are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the second quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one. And they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception. Tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a second one.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. After the interception, here's Watson. Over the middle to Smith. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. That's caught out wide by Cooks. Room here to run. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
From the red zone now, Watson. Smith catches left side. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Six yards left on second down.
Hey, we got three down.
Again, it's Watson. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Back to throw, Watson. Flushed out right. And he's got it. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Now it's Watson. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
On 2nd and goal, Watson steps away, and he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Deshaun Watson with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Broncos get a late score here, the final minute of the first half. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. Fielded just outside the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they've got a little over 40 seconds to work with if they want to try to put something together. Quick hitter here, it's complete. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Back to throw, Tannehill. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Jalen Guyton, 46 yards. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead. The call is to go for one and kick the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Broncos 21.
Here is Wishnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go. On first down, Watson. Airing it out deep for Woods. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line.
34's the mic. He's coming. Check him.
Here's Watson. Airing it out deep for Smith. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Come on.
The final shot before the break, Watson. And now Watson throws another interception. Picked off at the 35. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you on out to our studios in Orlando. Here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. Here's Smith to return it. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
On second down, Barkley.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Watson. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Mike 34. He's crashing. He's checking.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson. Complete. Smith has it. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Watson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. Flush to his right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Push him back. 56 to Mike.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. He gets it to Cooks. And he's going to be about a yard or 2 short of the first here. He needed the 35 but didn't make it. On 4th down, Watson. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the 1st down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. To throw is Watson. This is caught. Touchdown, Broncos. Matt Breida, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Broncos draw a bit closer. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Tannehill. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
That's Isabella open on the right side. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Here's the Jets punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing, because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Watson. Throwing left side. He's got Gronk complete. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
We got 3, fellas. We got 3. Back.
Off of play action, it's Watson. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. Now Watson. And that will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
The Broncos send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Averaging 50 yards of Bootz so far as this one's away. Fielded at the 33. And call that an even 50 yards on the punt, with 7 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
2nd and 5. Here's Tannehill. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Tannehill. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Back to the air, Tannehill on 2nd down. Throw left side complete. That's Wheeler. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Forced out to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter. 2nd and 10, Tannehill once more. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. Welcome back now to Denver. It's Jet football as they've got the lead here, and we get set to begin quarter number 4. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Again, Tannehill. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense. Just flooded the field with defensive backs. Blanketed everyone. Took away all the passing angles. Thus, the incompletion.
And his kick is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So that's, CD, an important one here in the fourth quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll make it a 2nd down. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 65 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much for the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Man, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
On first down, it's Watson. It's caught. Smith. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
56 is Mike. 56 is Mike. You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me. Mike 56. Mike 56.
Watson on first down. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he goes out of bounds and looks like right at the 50.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
On second down now, Barkley. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. It's complete. He's got Gronk. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Jets' 23-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Watson. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off at the 12. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along. If you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
Meanwhile, Tannehill's throw here taken in by Isabella. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Extra point attempt to come here. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17.
Broncos 28. Mitch Wishnowsky set to kick off.
Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Back to throw, Watson. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. But we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that
and he works free. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On 1st and 10, Watson. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Throwing on 2nd and long. Watson. This is caught. It's Cooks. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 20-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the offense as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. From the red zone now, Watson. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. No gain on the screen there at second down.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone. But sometimes the guy who's getting the ball tips the play off. The running back, because he's eager to get the pass. And sometimes he doesn't act very well about whether he's going to block or leak out or whatever. And I think that they saw that, and that's why they're able to get to him on it.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Devontae Smith, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Broncos have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. McLaughlin for the extra point. And the lead is trimmed down to 10.
Makes the score Jets 45, Broncos 35. Set to kick off.
Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Here's a run with Akers on second down. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on third down. Tannehill. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
That's returnable now for Smith. A great return there of 22 yards. And possession will switch hands, first and 10. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yeah, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
Brings up second and a yard.
Mike 56, Mike 56. Watch the pass.
56, Mike 56.
To throw, Watson. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. And he's got this down to the 35. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
So look at this. They'll go for a field goal now to get within a score. This to get it back to a 1-score game. And his kick is right there. It's good. And this is back down to a 7-point game. So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Tannehill now to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation...
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 28, and he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Jet touchdown. No going for two. They'll kick the point after. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Fresh off the pick six, it's Watson. And that's complete to Cooks. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It's a big play there for the Broncos. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. Boy, and now they can't even get a playoff. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Jets, they did what they needed to do. They split their first 2 road games of the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Buffalo to take on the Bills. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough to face off against the New England Patriots.
shall come forth.